This is the day I've chosen to do my 10k, hopefully. It is now 10 to 8 in the morning. I got up at 7. I've had my cuppa, kind of fed the cats, put the bin out, that sort of thing. And now I'm going to get started. I've got some writing sprints that I've put in my watch later that I'll just work my way through. I've found an Elder Scrolls soundtrack that lasts for 12 hours, so I'll have that playing in the background. I've also, because I asked in the Heart Breathing's word sprint group if anybody was doing word sprints today. So there's a lady in the UK as well. She's going to be doing word sprints at 9, so she's going to be coming. She'll be coming on to do that, and I'll just join in. So yeah, I'm ready to go. I need my planner to get my write down my word count. But yeah, this is it. Let's get started. Wish me luck. I very quickly realised that watching reruns of writing sprints is actually too distracting for me, because I sit and just listen to what they're saying instead of just writing. And even though, I still write when they do the sprints, it's like, no, it's far too distracting. I really, really need to focus today. So, yeah, that's out. I'm just going to... I've got some Harry Potter countdown timers, which I know, well, I wouldn't say Harry Potter is problematic just now. J.K. Rowling's problematic just now. And I long since separated her from the Harry Potter whole thing, because I think it's all far much bigger than just the author these days, with all the different communities and the movies and things like that. So yes, I'm just going to use them. I've got my Forest app. Let's see. I've got my Forest app. It's the water spirit just now, I think. I've got that going for 2 hours. So I would remember to actually eat something every 2 hours. Just a small snack or whatever. Just to keep the energy levels up, so don't hopefully get too tired. And I have my juice. So yes, so I've got 2 countdowns going at the same time, and I'm just waiting for, I'm just checking to see if, I can't remember the lady's name that was going to be on the Facebook thing, if she is on yet. But no, she's not. So I'm going to get back. I'll set another counter for, what time are we at? I think 15 minutes. And I then can check again. So I'll check back in with you. I'll maybe just leave it for a couple hours at least. Okay. So I had to go and get myself some lunch, just a ham roll. I do have some snacks in that, but I wanted to make sure I had some proper food and not just garbage. Because you know what it's like when you're busy trying to do something. You just focus on whatever crap you can eat, essentially, what's going to get you through it. So it is now just back of 11 o'clock. I've got 2,854 words. I was hoping to be a bit further than that, but I'm not an especially fast writer, so I think that's actually quite good for me. I've done some sprints with the lady that was on the Heart Breathing's word sprint group, so that was really helpful. Because like I say, sometimes when you're doing things alone, like writing always is, it's easy to sort of get into a bit of a funk, because you're just like, ugh, I want to talk to somebody. Not that I'm a particularly social person anyway, but you know, sometimes it is nice to have somebody else there to talk to. So yeah, I'm going to have some lunch, then I'm going to get back to it, and we'll see how far I can get this afternoon. I'm hoping I could get maybe at least another 4,000 or 5,000 by dinner time. That would be great, but we'll see. It might not happen and it might. It just depends. So I'm going to eat, have my lunch. I just might watch something to inspire me and then get back to the writing. Wish me luck. I've decided a little change of scenery is in order. It's just after 2 o'clock. I've just coming up to the 6,000 mark, which isn't too bad. I don't think anyway. The words they've been flowing quite well because I've had a big battle scene that I've been looking forward to doing, and then this is just after, so I have enjoyed those last few pages, well, more than a few pages. Now I might start slowing down a bit, and I've somehow managed, just completely off topic here, something's bit me between my eyes and it's itchy and sore and I'm trying not to scratch it. Please, itchy, stop it. So yes, so I thought, oh, maybe kind of refresh, because I find myself kind of just getting a bit tired up there, and so a change of scenery I thought was in order, and I might actually put something on to watch, because like I say, I was trying to watch the, you know, the repeats of the live sprints, just watch them back, because I usually can't make most of them anyway. Although I did manage to do a few last week because I was on holiday. So yeah, I thought, oh, I could just make a playlist and watch, just let them run one after the other. But it quickly did not work. I realised, no, I was too distracted with what they were talking about, you know, in between. And I've found as well that I don't like to, I'm not always into doing sprints. Sometimes I just like to keep going. But like I say, then the talking distracts me. So I've just had ambient music on. I did do some sprints with a lady from the Facebook group, like I said. And yeah, so hopefully, I think I might actually put on Lord of the Rings 2 Towers, because I've watched it that often that I don't need to pay attention to it. I'll do that and then I will carry on with the writing. And let's see what else, how much more I can get. It will take, I mean, I don't think I'll be finished by dinner. It would be nice to be finished by dinner time, but who am I kidding? It's not. I'll be getting more tired now. It'll probably be right up until bedtime. But anyway, enough talking and let's get going. Or I should get going anyway. There we have it, 10,118 words. I am done. They did it. I actually managed to get to, like I just shown you, 10,118 words. And it is just about 9 p.m. at night. So that's, excuse me, that's about 13 hours. And yeah, I am really, really tired. That's all my words for today. I was doing it wrong. I started putting in what I was doing for like sprints. You're like, no, that's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to build up the word count. And interestingly enough, sorry, I've got two kind of white screens here, and all you're going to see is white reflected off my glasses. But like I says, I'm really tired, so it's probably for the best. Yeah, what I noticed is I started off okay, and I did do some sprints with a lady in the heartbeat channel, like I said before. That helped. And then I started kind of, you know, slowly getting less words in each hour. Then I had my lunch, and then it kind of built up again, and then it started getting low, and then I had my dinner, and then it went back up again. And then I just kind of powered through, really. I mean, it's not good. It's not good what I've written at all. But I've got right through it, powered through it, and I've got it finished. But like I said, what I noticed that after I've eaten, then the words started coming a bit better. Or a bit easier, because obviously I was energised and all that. So yeah, I wrote a bit better. So the next time I try this, I think what I'll do is, I mean, I was kind of snacking. I had maybe like these little mini poppadom things, and a little dip with them, and some crackers, like the Ritz crackers. So I had them, but they're, I think what I'll try next time is actually have proper food. So maybe making some likes of little sandwiches or finger foods and all that, so that regularly throughout the day I can eat those. So that might be something to try for next time, and how to keep the energy levels up and keep your brain in focus. Because I'm not joking, for the past 2 or 3 hours, all I've been smelling is toast. And I just keep thinking to myself, I think that's my brain. I think I've fried my brain, and that's it. Either that, I've had a stroke and not realised it. Don't know. Or maybe I shouldn't joke about that. So yes, that was excuse me, that was a really good day. I had fun doing it. But I'm absolutely knackered. I really am. I've got a sore head now. But I'll show you my forest for the day. So I was using the forest, I was using counters to do actual sprints with, but then I stopped because I don't always use sprints. Sometimes I will just keep going for as long as I can. And I started doing that today, but what I did start with using my countdown timers, and then I'm in the house on my own and I'm hearing noises. And then I was using my forest app for every 2 hours to make sure that I got up and, I don't know, either got another cup of tea, stretched, done whatever, but did have an actual proper break and not just sit here for the 5 minutes in between and do something. Actually get up, go and do something. But I planted... So I used my forest app for every 2 hours, which meant I built up quite a lot of trees today. And since I've been gathering them all up, I've got the tree spirit, the water spirit, which is a new one, the ghost mushroom, and the wisteria that I used today. And I don't know if you'll see that properly, but look how cool my little forest is today. So yes, I've enjoyed that. Like I say, I was just using that to have vouchers, and then I kind of went downstairs for a little while, and I just put on like the Lord of the Rings Two Towers, and then the Return of the King, which I need to finish because for some reason it all of a sudden went off, because I watch it through my Fire Stick. So yes, I'm going to finish that. I've just been actually watching a little bit of BookTube. Sorry, I almost forgot what the hell I was saying there, because I've realised I've not come off my authortube channel and I've watched something there. Yeah, sorry, I got distracted. That's what happens when you're so tired, just you get so easily distracted. So yep, I'm going to go and probably go to my bed actually. That's what I'm going to do. Maybe watch the rest of the Return of the King and then go to bed. I am actually going to try and maybe do another 10k. Oh, actually, this is something I was going to mention. What I have noticed with doing this is it is a struggle to do 10k. And I only think I managed it today because I know the story very well and I was excited to do it. So the words came, you know, they came quite easily because I knew where I was going, because I had kind of bullet pointed it. Is that even such a thing? You know, like that. I've just put bullet points and that's the points I needed to hit for that. For that chapter. And yeah, I was really eager to do it, to see if I could actually do it. Plus, I get the sticker from Lyra Parish in our Write 10k challenge book group on Facebook, which I shall go and claim, actually. Yes, that's what I'll do before I go to my bed in case I forget. So, I say that a lot. With doing this, I've realised that maybe, well, first thing that I really need to when I get up in the morning is not actually start watching the TV. I usually watch YouTube or something like that, and that's just a time. So as we all know, I mean, I usually, after a couple of hours, I'm not going to say an hour because that never happens, I'll you know, switch it off and then I'll go and do some writing. But what I think I should do first is actually, you know, get up, see to the cat's bloody blah, get my cup of tea and then just start straight away and not wait until after I've been on YouTube for a little while. I think that's a mistake I've been making, and I have been trying to change it. It has not always worked, as you can see. So yes, I'm thinking that possibly 5,000 words each day would be more plausible for me and probably doable, because I work night shift, but I only do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday nights. So Friday night into the Saturday morning. The Saturday I would probably just leave that as a rest day, you know, to try and get back into a daytime routine. And then Saturday, so I'd have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and most of Wednesday, because Wednesday, when I'm going into the night shift, I still get up at the same time in the morning, but after I've had dinner, I'll go back to bed and, you know, sleep for 2 or 3 hours before going to my night shift. So that gives me really 4 days. And I could do, if I did 5,000 words each of those days, that's 20,000 words in a week. And also when, you know, on the Wednesday, the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I could even do a little bit more if I so wanted. So if I think about it that way, yeah, it's very doable to be able to do 20,000 words in a week. So I'm going to give that some thought, but not tonight, because tonight I am too tired. I'm going to go watch the end of Return of the King and go to bed. And tomorrow I think I won't do any writing at all. I think I'm going to read for the entire day. So if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe. It always helps everybody's channels when you do things like that. And I will speak to you soon. Okay, bye.